next round, we have F5 versus Asoka, and we have 3 maps that have already been picked, and the first is Dust. What do you think about this one, Bible?
I'm kind of excited about this. I'm not gonna lie here. Looking at the teams and the stats here, these teams are stacked. I mean, they've got players here. I mean, we're not even talking like just high face-it levels or anything like that. We're talking about like top-rated players in North America. This is gonna be pretty nice.
All these players, every single player on F5 is Challenger. We have 2 out of the 5 on Asoka as Challenger, but everyone is level 10. Everyone is experienced. They're going to be playing for the highest level here in this game. And we are going to be live with map number 1 on Dust 2 in the second round. Any predictions before we start the game, Bible?
Without knowing too much, I mean, I reserve the right to change my opinion, but I think F5 is, I think they're considered more likely to pull this one off, but we'll see.
Definitely, just having signed a new roster after being bought out by Notorious, who is also in this event. It seems like it's going to be a bit of a long setup to start off this pistol round. 4 players toward that A site. Bright's gonna find 2 kills, and Bojangles on the other side. They know it's a fake now, so they're just gonna run right back toward middle. They already have the site, and that bomb's just gonna go down. Beautiful fake on long. And here it comes. Flacco's gonna take open contact. Bojangles getting some shots off. They're gonna jump onto the side. Bojangles with 2 more kills! Almost a third, and Foul's gonna finish it off with 2. 1-0 in this pistol round.
That retake, that was... Oh, you could see the moment right before they ran in there. F5 going in for the retake. 4 versus 3 on the pistol round. B bomb site, notoriously difficult to actually get anything done. If you got the right smokes down, it's just so easy to lock people right out.
Yeah, Bojangles locked in for that double right there as well. And now it's just 1 MP9, pistols across the board here. It's a 4 spy on the side of F5. I don't know if I like this call, but getting another round early might help them in the long run. Rushing towards Tons. There are 2 players outside toward T-spawn. AK on the board of Bojangles, and he's been pretty crazy so far. As Colin Zhao takes under. Bojangles is going to be pressured. 3 players going to peek out middle. They're going to start this push. Colin Zhao is going to peek up. Atlick finds the kill, and Flacco with a follow-up. Good shots on the pistols. And that's an AK retrieve as well. Where do you end up here if you're F5? They have the bomb. It looks like they want to go towards B. 40 seconds left. And Asoka needs to end this. But there are already players waiting here on the side of F5. Flacco's going to find a nice shot with that D. Once again, Bright with a kill as well. And it's a follow-up for him. They've equalized.
Stealing round 2, always so devastating to the economy there. F5 is, they're going to be happy with this, and Asoka's not. I mean, you can see they already called the timeout. They're trying to figure out how to pick up the pieces here. That's not the kind of start you want, in my opinion.
Definitely. And now they're on a forced eco as well. It's only been like 2 rounds, and we're already on tie game.
I mean, yeah, but like, yeah, it's already not good. 2 rounds in, you're already kind of like trying to figure out what you want to do. But like, look at this buy here. Steel's on a scout. Zags is on a Galil. Rest on pistols. I mean, I don't know if I would want to invest that much money into it. I mean, if you can make it work, that's great. But if you can't capitalize on this, you're just giving F5 a lot of leeway to just start stacking up rounds right from the start.
Definitely. They're taking a huge risk forcing this back in. And if they lose this round, it'll probably be another eco next round. They have 1900 in loss bonus, so they're cooked if they lose this round.
It's really bad. I mean, we could see F5 easily go 5-1 if they don't stop bleeding. So here we go, long rush.
Yeah, we'll see. Long people coming out now. 2 players close. Nice shots from Kaboom. Gonna get a quick double right there. 3rd player, Zags, is gonna get a kill as well. And all of a sudden, all that talk just went out the window. They're gonna cross along. Bojangles finds one. It's just Collins out with an MP9, a smoke, and a flash in a 1-on-5. Should just play for exits here, and there's not really a way back into this. All the guns have been retrieved. Colin's not gonna find a single one.
Yeah, all the doubts, all the concerns that we had here, it just evaporated just like that. Asoka's long push demolishes F5's defense. And they were stacked, by the way, F5 with a good buy there. You had Michael had a stolen AK and not able to capitalize on that. Asoka just making it look easy. They're just back into it just like that.
And once again, they're on pistols. They have an MP9 on Bright as well. Have a little money to go into the next round. Nice shot from Steel. Kaboom's going to get a follow-up. Michael trades one back, but it's no telling if it'll be enough right now. Minute 30 left in the round. Steel's going to go back for another peek. Door smoke, so he's not going to see anything. There's 2 players to a ton's going to catch Kaboom off guard, maybe. He's got to watch 2 angles, and they do. They get the kill. That's an M4 retrieve. Bright's going to be pressured. 3 players. He has to run away. Good molly. Oh, he does get the trade. He trades himself out that molly. Michael's alone in a 1-on-2 with the AK. I don't think they know where he is. So first kill. 1-on-1, and he taps him out. 2-2.
Yeah. I can't believe they held it like that.
Yeah, they're just trading rounds.
That was so funny, though, when Bright came around the corner there. Look, just saw 3 people all staring at him.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go for a little peek on the boost here.
I like this.
Yeah, the op is out, Zags. Rifles on both sides. Both teams are equipped. Boost an underpass to try and catch out our cat player, but that only costed Bojangles some HP. So it's just a bit of a default. It looks like they're gonna lean toward B again. Not an easy site to take by any means. Mid to B smoke's gonna come out on Kaboom. Oh, he misses though. And now the execute. F5, they gamble sack 3 towards A. They don't have the correct read right now, but they are gonna send some over now as this push commences. Steel's gonna trade out his teammate. Flacco's got it all to do, but Kaboom finds kill instead. 2 players are low on this retake. 19 and 24 HP on the side of Asoka. So F5 could come back into this if they wanted. A little bit more to the left.
They gotta get into the site, though.
Yeah, they need to get into the site. They're lining up some util here. This could catch out Bojangles if it lands big box. Which it will. He has to reposition. They know where he is. He goes for the spray. Oh! A collab from Zags in the 1v2.
Unbelievable. I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess that's the way it goes. Asoka manages to get the 5th round in their favor. It's back and forth. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah,
Asoka,
they're just
F5,
trading.
Asoka. Yeah, back and forth. Nobody can get a clear, you know, a clear sign of dominance here. They're just giving it back and forth here.
And once again, they're forcing in an M4 here on Michael. Bright's been doing really good with his force weapons. See if Michael can live up to that standard. It's a long rush, all 5 players, and nice shots from Bright! Kaboom's gonna trade back with the double. 2 players down. There are still 2 on the A side as well. Kaboom's gonna push up, gonna try to find something, and he's not gonna find anything. Michael trades back 2 as well. 1 on 3 for Zags. Very capable AWPer here. Just hit a collat in the last round. They don't know where he is. They're suspecting long, which is the correct call. He's gonna get peeked. A lot of damage toward the AWPer, and they're gonna overwhelm him. Michael with a 3 to save them.
I'm baffled, honestly, at how this is going on here. Like, you know what it should be? Both teams should just stop buying the rifles and just stick to buying the pistols and all the eco guns and everything. Just get a scout. Just get that kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah, maybe I won't have time with how close this is so far, but anything can happen. Eco round coming out of Asoka. Looks like they're gonna go for a B pop. And Flacco just spraying through the smoke. Gonna find one. Colin's gonna spray some as well. Gonna try to get some damage. Beautiful spray. Just Zags once again. And they could have broken the curse of the trading rounds. Yeah, Zags 11 HP. There's not much you can do. You're just gotta get taken down. They broke the curse 2 rounds in a row.
That they did. F5 emerging victorious from the tug of war here, 4-3. 2 rounds in a row. That's usually the point where the economy really gets busted.
Yeah, but look at this.
Zags, though, has enough for an op.
He's gonna force that op?
What kind of a buy is this? 4 of your teammates are on pistols, and you're like, no. I'm going for the big green gun.
Oh, he saved it. He just wanted to get an early kill.
I like that, actually. That's good strategy.
Yeah. Right's gonna get flashed out, but doesn't flash him enough. Kaboom is dead. Good hold from him on the blue box. Mid doors get smoked out. Steel's gonna push up Cat with his team. It's looking like it's gonna be a mid to B here. Smoke is out. Atla finds one. I don't know how to say this. I don't know how to say Attila. Okay. Thank you, production. Attila finds 2 more as well.
Like the Hun, right? Attila the Hun. But in this case, it is Attila the F5
player. Doesn't have the same ring to it.
No, not exactly.
There we got a tech pause going on.
F5 is definitely leaning in with a lot more kills there. Almost all of their players are positive in KD. They're doing a great job with that. A little bit, you know, like we were saying, a weird start to this match. Both teams just going back and forth here. Unpredictability with which buys are working. But I do think F5 is, maybe they're going to stabilize here just a little bit.
Yeah. It's looking like they've had a good few rounds already. They've pulled away 3 rounds in a row. So 1 player long setup, 2 towards Cat and 2 towards B. No one really watching mid. It's looking like it's gonna be some sort of mid pop coming out from Asoka. So they send 2 players up Cat. Foul towards long. Kaboom's gonna peek out. Nice shot from Bojangles. Attila goes down. Just Michael with it all to do, and he sprays both of them down. And now it's a 3-on-4. Zach still has this open, and oh my god, how did he not get that kill? I for sure thought he would get that. But now it's a 3-on-3. Advantage to CT. Colin picks up that kill toward mid doors, and he's gonna get peeked once again, and from the flank comes Flacco. 6-3. They're on fire.
Now they're finally back into normal Counter-Strike to some degree. It's looking a lot better for them here now that they're finally able to get these rounds chained together. And the buy's looking really stable now for F5. Not so much now for Asoka.
Yeah, and they got it off as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to get into this. And it's looking like Oh, potential for one, but they stopped. They're gonna go out clear under. I find it really interesting the way that Colin is playing this. He's jiggling outer the outer entrance of tons, holding the molly, waiting for the rush. Like he's prepared for it, and I've never really seen anybody play it like that before. And here comes the mid to B rush. Attila's gonna find one on the cross. Michael as well. Flacco's gonna combine for 3, and it's just gonna be an absolute domination. Bojangles is the only one left. They have bomb control. He just needs to find at least one kill here. Make some noise. I think Colin spotted him, and that would be the kill. 5 rounds in a row for F5.
And the money definitely is reflecting that. Look at this. All the players could retire at this point. You know, Michael's got over 14,000 full buy with the op and everything. Got everything he wants.
Economy?
Flacco's, yeah, he's also over 14,000. I mean, this is, you can rip a round off of them and they're going to full buy. I mean, you've only got 2 more rounds left in the half, so they have complete buys for anything they want for the rest of the half now.
Yeah. It's looking like it's going to be another underplay. Colin must have had a little bit of info there. Someone must have made a step. That's a wasted util toward B. Hags is just going to find a kill through a smoke and the mid doors, I think. I don't know how that happened, but it did. Well, that's Flacco out of the round. He's been a heavy hitter so far for F5. Michael's going to hold this cat push with the AWP. There is one player here, which is Steel. And Bright finds one towards long. 4 on 4. He's equalized for his team. Oh, that was actually the bomb he killed too. So he's good. That's awesome. So Zax goes to pick up the bomb, and this cat push imminent. Steel's gonna get caught off guard. Attila finds that kill. Beautiful timing. It's looking like another mid to B. Attila finds a second in the round. It's gonna push out. Doesn't spot the under player, but there's a player close, and that's Zags. Finds the first shot with the up and a no scope. Oh my goodness, Zags. Saving his team. He has the bomb as well. The site is open. Pochenko's actually traded himself out there. So
yeah,
now it's a 1-1.
That was crazy. That was a crazy shot.
So Colin's now 100 HP versus Zags with the AWP. One shot from the AWP will kill him. He planted for pit. He's gonna get taken down. What a round from Zags.
Yeah, that was absolutely phenomenal. That was almost a single-handed play there to secure that round. That was fantastic. I mean, I will give credit to Bojangles' kill there. Like, I was trying to figure out like where in the world that other player was, because I was just watching him getting ready to get killed, and he dies, and it's like, wait, where did that kill come from? Like, he was so fast.
Yeah, that was a very interesting scenario there. Colin traded him out way too late too.
Zags, though, absolutely phenomenal play, though. The no-scope was a cherry on top of that first 2K that he got there on Cat. That was beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful from him, and now we have a timeout. It's actually Asoka who took the timeout after winning their first round in 5 rounds.
Yeah, you know what it is? They want to finish out their T-side strong, at least get the 5-7 scoreline. You know, so things didn't go well for you in the middle of the half. So what? Just finish well, get onto CT side. You're warmed up now, and you kind of know what you're facing. So I like it. I think they're in a good enough position that they can make the rest of this map competitive.
For those who know us from other events, you know how much Bible loves his timeouts.
I do love my timeouts. Not enough people take them, but at this level, I think everybody knows the value of timeouts.
Yep. And it's going to be another double underplay here. They're going to boost the AWP up to watch Cat. And a Molotov toward under as well. They're trying to deter the Cat push. Or it landed on Cat, sorry. Bright's been brilliant with these long lurks here. He's always at least getting one. Flock goes on B with the AWP. It's a double op setup from F5. Anything can happen in this round. It looks like they're going to try to go back towards long. Bright is going to have a big test here. The only person that can make a difference right now is his team. Oh my god. Attila just pushed up mid. Destroyed bomb. And gets the second as well. So now it's just round over basically. One player trapped in pit and Attila with the third. Oh my lord. It's just Zags. 1v4 finds the first. Attila wants this round. AWP on Zags. In the pit, one more player on site, no bomb, Flacco's gonna get the kill. What a play from Attila!
That was massive right there. Cut off the lifeline to the bomb, and now all of a sudden people are scrambling to get it back. It's, you know, it was unfortunate because the push long looked like it was actually succeeding for Asoka. I think they were actually in it. If they could just have secured the bomb and brought it forward a little bit more there and just, you know, not let mid fall like that. You're absolutely right. That was a great play by F5 there, by Attila particularly.
Yeah, and now they start their T half 8-4. Another 8-4 scoreline.
Common scoreline.
Apparently. It's a 3-long setup. Bojangles gonna find the first, gonna get traded out. Just Zags now. No teammates to come help him. He gets full bodied by his teammate. What a nice shot. He's gonna go for a third as well. He's choking. He does find the kill. And that's still gonna pick it up as well.
How many times is this happening where you get to a, 4-8 half, you're not doing that, well as you'd like, and then you win the pistol round and you're right back into it. We've seen that happen already today rather. Excuse me, and I think it's going to continue. Like this, where these games are going to be somewhat close, at least in some respects.
Yeah. And F5, they're going to go on their eco round. They're going to go straight towards B here. Looking like they want to pop this smoke. And once again, it's Zags. Who else can it be? Faust's going to find one toward mid. But Zags is going to get taken down. Finally stopping his reign of terror. He's been going crazy in the latter of this match. Foul. Only one that can challenge this right now. Bojangles comes to join him. So does Kaboom.
I got a lot of flashes on the CT.
Yeah, a lot of flashes. Michael's gonna try and hold this. He gets TK'd though! Oh no! Michael got killed by his teammate. Bright was the one who killed him.
Well, that's the power of the flashbangs right there. When the flashes are coming in, people are kicking down your door. It can get very tempting to just, respond in a way that isn't exactly the best. It was a great job this half so far here. 2 rounds here. Asoka doing a fantastic job here starting off here. 2 in a row right from the get-go. We're not going to lose the second round. Always that risk.
Yeah, I can't believe that. That Bright TK cost them the round. 6-8, 2-round difference. And let's see what's gonna happen now. Bomb towards long. Cat boost doesn't work out. 1 player towards under, 2 towards top mid. Oh no, it does work out. He got the kill. Oh, nice.
He's that fast and that good. That was the kill, lower tunnels.
Yeah. I thought he missed the shot. I didn't see him get the kill. Well, mid to B smoke's gonna go up. A lot of Utsil coming out from both teams right now. Bojangles gonna throw a nade here. Not that much damage as he would have hoped. And Michael's gonna spot 1 player towards the Ton's entrance. Just Bojangles. He's all alone. Finds the first and the second. He doesn't get the third. Oh my lord. And Colin picks up 2 of his own. Still in a 1-on-2 now. Colin and Flacco. Very good players in their own right. Versus Steel, a man trying to prove himself once again to the world. on this Asoka roster. They know where he is. They heard him pick up the gun. Calling towards car. Gonna molly him out, but he's gonna get peeked from window, and that's the round.
That was a good play by the T-Sat. I don't know how they managed to salvage that round. Bojangles had such a great hold on the site. I actually thought he was going to be able to make it work. I thought Asoka was going to be able to hold the line. The 2K in the window was just beautiful.
Yeah, Bojangles just got overwhelmed there. He didn't have any rotates in time. There was nobody else on the B site. The only other player was Zags, and he got taken down from mid. Or from B doors. CT mid. So he was on his own. I think if he had somebody else there, they could have brought that back.
Oh, absolutely.
But next round, 6-9. Funny number. Let's see what they can make do here. It's looking like a half buy. Or half buy, force buy. 3 players, 4 spot. 1 scout and 1 SMG. And then an M4 on Bojangles. Bright has been playing very aggressive long all game. Gets a nice shot towards Zags. There goes that cross smoke. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, they've drew the rotates all out of B. So it's literally nobody here. They have a free site. They just don't know it yet. And Steel's gonna spot them. He's gonna call it out. They've been played. They've been faked. That bomb finally gonna go down. Kaboom fast toward lower tons. And a fight's up mid. Bojangles finds the kill. Michael with the one as well. So it's a 3-on-4. 2 players on the CT side are low. 3 HP on Foul. 47 on Bojangles. And it's just gonna be the save. With an AK retrieved and a scout still in play. So 10th round on the board for F5. This is a really good fake from them too.
Yeah, the question is going to be if Asoka can stop the bleeding here. They're only down 4 rounds, but F5 only needs 3 in order to secure map number 1. So it's all up to, in my opinion here, really, Asoka's got to find a way to... I mean, they won 2 rounds, they lost 2 rounds. It's not terrible, but they've got to find a way to start... They need to go on a streak like F5 did on their CT side. The 5 rounds in a row. Asoka needs to do that. They need to find a way to pull that off.
Yeah, and a timeout coming out from Asoka as well as they try to figure that out. Oh. Interesting. We've just gotten some nice updates on the other games. 13-11 with the Dink and House Platypus game. House Platypus taking map number 1. 7-0 with the Gifted and Youthful versus Onslaught game. Onslaught in the lead. And I believe the other one was Notorious getting map number 1. Oh, 13-1 was that Dink loss, actually. Which is crazy.
Yeah, apparently map number 1 did not go so well for them.
Well, sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. And we're back into this game. Scout versus an AWP. Heavy mid control here from F5. It's very interesting that this team is called F5. considering there's a Brock Lesnar match tonight. And this cat push, oh, almost connects the shot. They don't even know they're up cat. They have no info. Bojangles doesn't even look there. So they could just surprise them if they want. And Steel's got to hold this line. Bojangles going to rotate off. All the util comes. Big spray from Bojangles. Not going to find a single thing. Bit of damage, but it's not enough. As Colin jumps through the smoke. What? And Bojangles finds 2. And all of a sudden, it's a 1v3, and it's not enough. Bojangles with 4. What a round.
Yeah, just suddenly the kills, and just a waterfall of kills right there for Asoka. They were able to hold the line as the cat push just faltered, the smoke cleared, and the bodies were falling. It was absolutely what Asoka needed at that point. They managed to get 2 AKs out of that, so they should be able to make a good run on this round here.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to F5 there. They took too long and they hesitated, and it cost them in the end. Bright's now on a deagle, this forced by 4 AKs. Seeming like it's going to be a mid-map control split right now. Three-round difference. This map is still in play. Yes. Attila finds one towards Zags, which was on Cat. And they're gonna walk this. They're gonna try to find this Goose player off guard, which is Kaboom. There are only 2 players here. It's a 4-on-5. Kaboom is on his own for this initial fight, but he does have Steel and Long to come and support him for the late round. So he's gotta make something happen here. He's on his own. He's gonna get peeked. He does find 1, but it's not enough. He needed a multi-kill there for his team to stay in the round. Now it's up to the rest of his teammates to try and clutch this. Flacco's gonna find 1 towards Cat. He's gonna get traded out. Bojangles trying to get a kill, but Colin finds it instead. It's just Steel in Long. Steel making all the noise in the world. They know where he is. They know what he's doing. Bright finds the kill, and it's the 11th round.
11-7. I think F5, they're doing enough here. They're breaking the economy here. They're playing it more than sufficient here to get what they need. They could steal this map. This is Asoka's map pick.
Definitely. It's been a very good map so far from both teams. Asoka just needs to lock in here, and they need 4 rounds in a row to make this even. And they do not want this to go to 12. It's going to be a fast play here coming out from F5. Kaboom's going to hold the doors. And that flash is going to full white him, getting him dead. But his teammates rotate to come support him. Colin picks up 1. Former Notorious Man. It's Michael picking up all those kills as well. So it's just Zags. He's been brilliant so far, and he's not going to find a single one. Colin picks his 3rd up.
Match point.
Yeah, it's match point. Former Reign Above player. Former Notorious player from Colin. And what do you think? What do they need to get back into this?
I think they need to win the first engagements here. They can't get spread too thin and cover too much. Okay, this works.
Yeah, this works. Bojangles and Kaboom pushing up. Zags with the AWP picking up 1. He's gonna get aim punched off the 2nd. And he's gonna get flashed off the angle. Colin's gonna get traded out. Now it's a 1-on-4. You're exactly right there. They need to win their initial engagement, and they win the round. And that's exactly what they did. What? That's actually crazy that that just happened. Michael has bomb, actually. He could try to bring this back. He could plant the bomb if he wants.
Don't give him the plant, guys. Don't do it.
Yeah, Asoka realized this. They don't have the bomb, so they're going to rotate out and try to spread their players to cover both sides. Michael would have just ran this. He probably could have had a chance there. Nice shot. 1v1 on the site. The two players on A need to rotate now. Oh my god!
That was nasty.
Okay, Steel. Show what you're made of.
Well, okay. So they're still in it. It's not over yet. 4 rounds left in regulation. Asoka could definitely tie this up. But again, just like last time, they've got to, in my opinion, you just have to dominate right from the get-go. You've got to get these early kills, and that's Zags right there doing just that.
Yeah, and it's like they're listening to you, Bible. It's kind of crazy. Now it's a 4-on-5. A Mac 10 on Colin. The most experienced player out of the bunch. Michael's gonna flash his 2 teammates out. Kabooms has it all to do. Does find one. Won't find a second. Zags on the cross. Oh, if he would have peeked that, he would have died there. They're gonna fake this cross smoke. They're gonna run away, I think, toward B site. There's still a player on Cat for F5, which is Attila. Really close to being peaked here. Oh my god, the amount of damage. The fact that nobody died there is crazy. Bro Jangles is super low. Missed mid to be smoke. That's not what you like to see. And they stopped. They cut the brakes. They cut noise. They're gonna go back up Cat. Guess who's there to meet them? It all lines up. It was Zags all along. He's been brilliant. He finds the first. He needs a second. Sees the shoulder, and he does get the second. Could he get the third? It doesn't. It's just Michael now. He does find the kill on the rotate, and now he's gonna plant that bomb. He's gonna try to win this round. And Zags is gonna push up and find his 4th. Brilliant kills from him.
This is good. They've got a little bit of fury here coming in the couple last rounds here. I think Asoka's going to make a really good fight of this if they can just hold on long enough. They do seem to have a little bit of momentum behind them now, and the economy for F5 not looking so good. So Asoka could bring it within the 10 to 12 range without much effort. As long as nothing crazy happens. No getting running deeged or anything like that, right? Just play fundamental Counter-Strike. You've got the money, you've got the talent, you've got everything that you need here on CT side to get 3 more rounds. At the very least, you should be able to get 1 round, maybe 2, right?
Yep. I would assume that you could get 2 more. Their money is looking really weak on F5 right now. They could force back into this if they want, but they should just go for the pistols.
See, look at this. Look at this. They're starting to buy into it. F5 they're starting to think, you know what? Why not? We can buy more. And so now, because they're trying to figure out how much they're willing to gamble, how much they're willing to spend, because it's not enough to lose 1 round or 2 rounds. They've got to lose 3 rounds in a row, F5, in order to go into overtime. So they're thinking that they can gamble a little bit with what they've got, take a little bit of a risk, and throw some weird things into the mix, like this Galil on Bright, a lot of util across the board. We'll have to see if that pays off, because if it doesn't, it could play into Asoka's comeback.
Well, we'll see. It's going to be a fast, long push coming out here. Lots of flashes, and one player way above the others here. His Flacco was way too quick for that. I think everybody flashed at the same time for him.
Everybody was so blind.
Yeah, they were really wanting an opening pick there, but they didn't get a single one. Lots of damage done, but it's not enough. And they're going to run right back towards that B site. And Foul is there. Zags is going to come rotate with the op. Very capable player. He's been on fire in this series so far. Just like that, they're waiting to pop this smoke. Foul is waiting. And that's the info. Zax is gonna peek. Does find the first. Foul with one as well. And a double from him. It's just Bright. And Bright can't really do anything here. He's so low. And it's 10 to 12. 2-round difference from overtime.
Double op now on the CT side. Kaboom and Zags both running ops. I'll tell you, Zags for sure should be running an op. This guy is talented. He definitely knows how to play the game, but the way he's the way he's playing with that op, the way he's using it, the way he's just just getting these kills and everything, he's really doing a great job.
Yeah, and they give the second op to Steel, who was also hitting some shots with the op during this game. Not many, but he has
that
hit
wallbang into B was so good.
Yeah, that wallbang to B was good. The only other round he had, the op, and Zag's gonna pick up another kill. Kaboom there to support him. Trying to find the spray! Oh my god! No way Kaboom just got that! It's, oh my god, Attila! Attila's clawed this back. Almost connects a shot there on the mid doors.
Still needs to get the bomb though. He's kind of surrounded.
Attila needs the bomb. Steel's gonna hold it with the op, and that's the shot. Yeah, Steel's a very capable second opper. What a shot. Oh my god, Kaboom.
So they do lose one of the ops, but it's not going to matter. Their economy's fine. They can rebuy it. They're doing just great. What can I say more? 1 round left to go. Asoka, this is their round. They can do this. F5's buying into it, but they cannot buy a 5th rifle, and they cannot buy an op.
Yeah. They need everything they can get right now. A MAC-10 on Colin. The more experienced player with the MAC-10. Michael's been on fire in this series too. 20 bomb from him. Kaboom's gonna play long aggressive. But it's looking like it's gonna be a B execute here. And who's on B? It's Bojangles. He's had some clutch moments so far in this series. We're only in map number 1. One more round separates from overtime. He's gonna flash them off. And they made noise, so they know they're here. Kaboom's gonna find that lurk kill. Bojangles finds one on the site take. It's Steel with the ult. I don't know how he missed that second shot. I think it was aim punch. 2 on 4. Bomb is going down. This is the best chance F5 have had in 5 rounds.
It's not looking good.
Yeah, they're getting flanked from tons. Michael is still alive. Flacco's still alive. Nice shot from Flacco to take one. And they're just gonna get sandwiched, but they're getting kills! It's just Steel! Are they gonna rip this map away from Asoka? Oh, what a shot. Finds the first. Michael was on fire, and he finds the round. 13 to 11. Map number 1 in this best of 3.
That was wild. The 2 versus 4 hold on to the B bomb site kind of just signifies the grit and determination that F5 had to get through this. Very weird map in the sense that it was very scrappy, very back and forth. The first 5 rounds of this entire match were just the weirdest things were the eco plays ruled and they reigned supreme here. Neither team could get a second round win until the middle of the first half. But finally, at the end of it, F5 emerges victorious on map number 1, stealing Asoka's map pick of Dust. And I believe map number 2 is Mirage, picked by F5. So we moved from a very desert map to another desert map, but I guess we're going to come back to that after the break. So 2-minute break, and then we'll get right back into it.
After a very heated battle on map number 1 of Dust 2 on a very hot day on a Saturday, we are back with map number 2. Actually, never mind. Seems to be some sort of technical issue.
Well, either way, it gives us a little bit of a chance to talk.
Yep.
That
Map
map number 1 was absolutely that was cinema right there. I really like that. That game had a lot of insanity with it, and I kind of am expecting both teams to bring the same energy to Mirage.
Yeah, map number 1 was pure Counter-Strike and pure pandemonium. There were plays from every single player in the game.
Yeah, it was very much I don't know. It was very interesting. I think that Asoka seemed to be relying a little bit more on some of the great plays from some of their players. Most notably, Zapped was just
Yeah.
absolutely dominating with that op. He was playing things. It wasn't just the op, like it was, but he was also playing in such a way that he could get multi kills with it, which is not exactly what you'd expect.
Yeah, and being an operator, you're supposed to get a kill, fall back, and hope you can get traded out. But the fact that he was able to stay in the same spot and get multi kills like that without having to fall back was very impressive, especially at this level of play.
But
Oh,
it sounds like we're hearing from production that he's not able to play in map number 2. That's going to be a little bit of a blow to their team, in my opinion, anyway, because
definitely.
he was so good on map number 1. But if Zags is not able to play uh, map 2, I mean, obviously they do have um, good players to choose from for subbing, so it's not like they're going to be left without any resources. But it would be nice to see a player who's kind of like really playing well, hot, knows what he's doing to just get in there and take care of business on map number 2.
Yeah, I wonder if he genuinely can't play or they just made a decision to sub him out. I'm assuming he
Well,
just can't play.
yeah, that's true. But I don't know. I mean, I would expect a player who can play and is playing really well to want to keep playing.
Yep.
But it is also possible, like maybe Dust is just his playground. He does really well. Maybe Mirage, the team feels better with the sub. It's all kinds of things could go into it. Again, I guess it's good to keep in mind that Mirage is not their map pick. It is F5's map pick.
Yep.
But
And that's
we're still waiting to hear back what's going on here from the perspective of the, because I think Faceit has to fix some things here because the site's showing like that match was forfeited, and I think that's all incorrect. So we're just waiting for
yes.
Faceit to sort of fix this. But
Yeah, and I believe the player coming in is Deuce.
okay,
So that should be a good sub. We shall see.
and let's talk about the map a little bit about Mirage. I think one of the things obviously at lower levels, we always look for teams stalling out in mid when on their
Yep.
T side. It just seems to be a common thing. Even higher level teams can get bogged down in that. If you got enough smokes and flashes and all that good stuff, it's hard sometimes to make progress up mid, and that's something that I think. I mean, I would expect F5 to have a whole boatload of strategies on dealing with that, both on their T side of not getting bogged down, and also CT side how to exploit teams that hang out in mid too much.
Oh, I'm hearing from production that Team Dink has been unfortunately knocked out of the tournament by Platypus in the second map, 13-5. Which it's a sad story for them, but it's a good result for the Platypus as they move on.
That's a very serious victory right there. 13-1 and 13-5. I mean, it sounds like they came ready to play.
Yeah, the last time they played, they I believe went into double OT.
So
It was
yeah,
a very close series.
looking at the bracket now, House Platypus will be playing the winner of whoever wins this series, F5 versus Asoka. And then
Yep.
on the other side, it looks like Notorious has won their match, and they're going to be playing the winner of Onslaught versus Gifted and Youthful.
Which is the EPE representative team.
Yes. A lot of people from that league over here. It's nice to see some familiar faces, actually.
It would be nice. Onslaught did win map 1 13-1 though, so you know, if Gifted and Youthful can claw their way back into this, they would have to play Notorious after, which would be a really tough game for them, I think.
Yeah, and after a 13-1 loss, it's pretty hard to come back. I mean, it's always possible that your opponent just picked a map you're really bad at, and then, you
Yeah,
know, maybe you can play decent on all the other maps, but 13-1 is like pretty much like that's even if it's not your map, you should hopefully get more than one. So I mean, it'd be nice to see them moving on, but I don't think they're going to be able to do much with that. Onslaught just looks like they're living up to their name.
definitely. They're a very strong, capable team. And
But
these semi-final spots are starting to get filled out.
yeah, I am curious how that's going to look. Take a look at Notorious real quick here. They've managed to beat. Uh, they take out Unquenchable. Took them
Yep.
out first, and that was 2-0. But it looks like I'm not sure if those were forfeits or not. The stats are showing 13-0 on both. Is that actually
Uh,
Notorious versus Unquenchable? 13-0 on both maps. Oh
oh my
my.
lord.
Okay, so Notorious really did show up ready to play, and looking at their roster, I can see why they are definitely super stacked. Well,
Yeah.
Notorious versus F5 would go pretty hard in my opinion.
It
But
would, and it's looking like it could be the finalists. They are the strongest teams in the league. They are both HLTV represented teams.
yeah, but I think Ahsoka's going to dispute that, though. I mean, when you figure they only lost map one, 11-13, I think that they're hoping that they can still bring it back here, and
Yeah,
it's entirely possible. So this could also be an Ahsoka versus Notorious battle as
it could
well.
be. Asoka is proven to be a very capable team to take on at this sort of level. But losing Zags is really going to hurt them, as he was one of the guys that was making the most plays out of all the people in that roster.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and that's going to be a question of if they can still keep up that level of play without him. I mean, I'm a little bit pessimistic on that sense, but I have seen, I mean, and you've seen it too, right? We've casted so many games where
Yep.
a player has done so well on map number one, and then they've done a horrible performance here, just absolutely bottomed out on map number two. And a sub would have been actually better, but it's hard to imagine that would be the case with Zags, but it's always possible that that's the kind of thing you end up with.
Yeah, a lot of the time there would be players that have an absolute standout performance on a map number 1 or a map number 2, but they would end up losing that map. And then going into the next map, their mental would be absolutely broken. So I could completely understand why some players would show up and show out in those kind of situations.
Right. Yeah. It could be that. It could be a bunch of different things could happen. I mean, it is F5's map pick, like I was saying, but it's also one of those things like Mirage. We keep commenting, whenever you and I are, casting, or it does seem like Mirage is just one of those go-to maps that everybody knows how to play to some degree or another, kind of like Dust. It's been
Yep.
around forever. It's not that everyone plays it well. It's just that they kind of know how the map should should flow a little bit. And you may not
Mirage,
like playing it, but you probably know how to play it.
yeah. Mirage has been around for every single CSGO and CS2 major. It has never left the map pool. So yeah, it's just one of those maps that every player, everyone who's ever touched CS, going all the way back to the old CPL days in 1.6, you just know, because it's existed for so long and it's always been in the game. So it's like, it's just a map everyone knows how to play.
And it's never really changed, right? When you think
Yeah,
about it, since the CS:GO days, at least certainly, like you haven't really had any major changes. It's not like they've introduced a new window or something. I mean, the
yeah,
biggest difference in I think CS:GO's history was the skybox opening up so you could throw grenades across the map. And
yeah.
it didn't really fundamentally change the map itself. It's always been the staple that it is.
There have been certain maps like Inferno and Nuke and Cache that have changed a lot with their layouts and different things, but Mirage has just kept the same layout, same positions, and same timings as well for at least 10, 20 years.
I know some people complain about that. Um, I know some people kind of wish that Mirage would take a break just to switch things up and get more maps a chance to get into the rotation. But on the other hand, I can understand some people wanting that, that safe fallback position that even if something weird or different comes into the map pool, you can always fall back on at least 2 or 3 maps that you really know and you know well and you're comfortable.
Yeah. And Mirage is just one of those maps. Everyone knows how to play it, so everyone feels comfortable on that map.
I am
And
a little bit curious though what strategies they're going to start off with here. I mean, the typical pistol plays on Mirage are what, like Rush B and
be
setting
contact.
up, yeah, B contact. Like those are the two main ones that we see. But there's also occasionally every now and then we've got like an A take where, you throw the smokes out and you block off one side of the map and then you just run out to fight the other side.
Yeah, and then some teams like to go mid on pistol, which if they don't have the smokes is a very bad decision in my opinion, but some teams like to take that risk anyway. Just run up cat and hopefully catch their B players off guard.
Yeah, I don't think that would be my first choice, at least not against opponents that you really suspect are able to aim and get something going, because that would just be very dangerous to get picked off by a USPS at range in mid. But you're right, the
Definitely.
smokes can make it. They could throw stuff. I'm not sure how I feel about A takes on pistol. Like in some ways, like they do seem to work at times, and you can use the smokes to your advantage. But again, like that USPS is just so deadly that you can just get picked off so quickly as you're trying to get over to site, and there are so many little angles that you're trying to clear, like under the palace position, and if you don't have a guy coming palace, you have to be a little bit aware that there could be a CT lurking up in there.
Definitely. And I feel like I've seen some teams even go towards under on pistol rounds for their T sides. And, it's very interesting to see how each team progresses because the usual ones are the B contact, B rush. But some teams like to think, they like to make the enemies think. I've seen some people go under, seen some people go cat, go through con. There's all sorts of ways you can take pistols.
And if to that point, if you get into a slugfest on A, if the terrorists are able to make some progress to kind of get onto the site, the CT rotation can be cut off from a good player hiding out somewhere in underpass. He's got that whole area. So if you come from cat, jump over into mid, you've got to contend now with somebody lurking from underpass. And if there's nobody there, then the underpass player can just come right up and position himself, in the connector area. So there are some really weird and odd pistol plays. I wonder if all this analysis is just going to be like a B rush or a B contact or something. But I am curious, like, what is it that these players are going to be thinking about now, for that kind of thing? Because there's a little bit of variety to be had.
Definitely. There's the rounds after the pistol rounds, it's gonna be the most interesting, I think. How they can convert their anti-ecos, how they can convert their rushes and their kills.
Right, and they lost the I think it was Asoka, obviously the and F5 going back and forth. It was that second round conversion that just got completely thrown on its head here, and then from there on, each team was just losing their anti-ecos. It was so strange. You got to be careful about that here on Mirage as well, right? You can't just win the pistol and say we're okay.
Yeah.
And but we're seeing that happen so many times that the second round is lost from the winning side. And I'm curious if that's something that is just fundamentally now with where CS is because of all the changes that have happened and accumulated over the while. The MP9 getting a little bit nerfed and the economy, morphing and changing. Uh, it's always been trending in a certain direction, and now we're just at that point now where it seems like that second round is actually dangerous for the team that won the first round. They're actually not necessarily having the big advantage we thought they were. So how
Yeah.
do you fix that? Is it because they're buying SMGs on round two, and that's not as effective as it used to be?
Yeah, I have no idea. Usually the third round, if you would win 2 rounds in a row, would be a bonus. But nowadays, in today's economy-wise, it would just be, you lose that round. If you have rifles, you would instantly have to eco the next.
Right. So it makes you wonder though, like if you win the pistol round, if you should immediately just go into a rifle buy and then just play it as if it's rifle versus SMG or rifle versus pistol. But I mean, even in some cases, we saw the rifles just struggling to hold against the fast force buy.
Yeah. We are going to go to a short break. We are having some technical difficulties. We are going to have to work out the sub situation. So we shall see you in a bit for map number 2 on Mirage.
How do you feel as the start time approaches?
I don't feel at all.
Like this, biatch.
and welcome back to map number 2. We have gotten our technical difficulties resolved. Zags has been subbed out for Deuce CS. And what do you think, Bible? Do you think this guy will live up to the expectation that Zags set? He's filling some pretty big shoes here.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to live up to that, in my opinion. I think just watching map 1, you'd see what a good impact Zags had, but not to take away from this, I think it's there's a lot of potential, especially on a map like Mirage. Like we were saying before the break, like everybody knows how to play this map. There's probably not going to be any surprises, no new strategies, nothing. It's just going to be about teams playing solid Counter-Strike and making the plays. So if he can do that and live up to his part of it, it'll be hopefully fine for his team.
Indeed, and it's going to be round number 1 as we are live in map number 2. Currently 1-0. F5 have the advantage over Asoka to go to the next round, but Asoka could bring this back. And we are finally here and live in map number 2. As they start out, and we were talking about how they could start their pistol rounds. And it's looking like it's gonna be a B play, maybe a B rush. No, it's a B contact. Deuce is going to be holding apps. Double hold apps here.
With the dualies.
Dualies are close. And then there's player jump spotting, so they know where he is. They're gonna molly him off, but they don't know about these dualies, and these dualies are not gonna get a single point of damage off. Fao's actually the one that's gonna get the kill there, and now it's a 2v4. That was such a good play, but it was executed so poorly.
Yeah, I think if he just waited a little bit more.
There's 5% round prediction, but anything can happen here. Kaboom can activate, and he's gonna get pushed through the smoke. Steel's gonna find the kill. Kaboom's on his own. Nice shot, but he's gonna be traded out by Flacco.
Just like that, the round was over. I really thought those dualies sitting up there, if he had just waited a little bit more before swinging, I think he just swung from too far of an angle and just had too many targets to pick.
Yeah, it was definitely overwhelming to be in that position. 1-0 for F5. It seems like they're gonna go straight toward that A site. One player towards middle. Let's see what they can make of this. All pistols on the side of Asoka. 2 players towards Palace. Bright's gonna get peeked. He finds the first. He then gets the second as well. Good multi-kill from him. He's been a very consistent player. And they're just gonna take this A site. Flacco kills the cat player. And Attila finds Deuce. 2-0. And a good anti-eco converted.
We talked about that second round being a little bit dangerous, but F5, they're doing fine now. Now it's a time for an actual bonus round.
Definitely. They have enough money. They could lose this round and they would be fine. And it's going to be a buy out of Asoka here. A FAMAS, and then the rest have M4s. 1 M4A4 on the board as well. There's only 1 player on this A site here, and that's going to be Steel. Colin. Looking like he's going to play anti-flash here. He's going to peek out, and Steel's just going to get taken down. Brilliant sight take. There's a rotate towards CT. I think they're going to try to take CT here, and Deuce is on his own. He has a player bunched up with him. Oh, that's not good. Let's just let Fao die there. It's a 2-on-4. Bomb still not down. Kaboom and Bojangles trying to claw this one back. 1 flash on the board. And now they know where Bojangles is. But honestly, I think this is just a save. I don't see them getting back into this. Maybe not. Kaboom gets a kill. Bojangles is going to push up, do a bit of damage. The player CT is really low as well. He's going to peek late. And they're going to clean it up.
It looked believable at that point, just with that kill and the push-up, but F5 holds their own 3-0, and they're doing quite well, actually. Like, this is where you run the risk of them just running away with it.
Definitely. 3-0 right now. Dominance from F5. It's another eco on the side of Asoka. Kaboom having the only SMG. And it's looking like it's going to be another B play. One player toward top mid as well. Attila's going to lead the charge in apps. It's looking like they have heavy cat. 2 players toward cat, 1 toward window, and 2 players toward ramp. Steel could find 1 kill. It's gonna get a lot of info here. Bojangles and Steel gotta hold this down. Somehow finds a shot with those Seagulls. Let's see if they can convert. Steel's not gonna find a single one. Bojangles finds one as well! What a nice shot! And a third! Almost gets his 4th, and Bright fights back! 2-on-2. 2v1, it's now just Foul with the P250. He's gonna jump out market. They don't have the bomb. They don't know where he is. I think Bright might have heard him. He knows he picked up the bomb. He's planting in the open. He's gonna get taken down. Now it's a 1-on-1. Flocko versus Foul. They were both really good last map. Let's see if they can bring this back. Flocko has the angle. He has the pre-aim. He looks away though. 35 seconds. Foul just needs to not peek. Foul needs to hold this if he wants this round. And Flocko is just really patient. He doesn't know where he is. And look at this timing. He spots the player. 20 seconds left. He needs to go for this bomb. But Foul is just holding this down. And he peeks, and what a shot. What a round.
The round that comes out of nowhere, the round that looks the least likely to succeed, is where Bojangles gets a crazy triple kill with the Deagle, and then Foul with the finale here. Absolutely insane play right there. I love the patience at the end there. He's willing to just wait it out. The time, the clock's on his side. The time is aiding him, and he just waits and waits and waits. And when he does reposition, it's very with intent. It was so well played here. They absolutely deserve that round. And now we got to see if they can pull anything off of this one now, because now they've got the full buy. They got the op, and they've even managed to steal an AK, and they've given that to Kaboom.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do now. Both teams are fully equipped. All the AKs and M4s anybody could ask for. And like you said, that op needs to perform. It's looking like it's going to be a B split of some sort. Kaboom with that AK toward Khan as well, playing a crossfire of Bojangles. Colin and Flocko going to go underpass. Could catch this all off guard on a timing if they want to boost up here. But I believe Kaboom is watching this. He's going to call out that there's some util coming from under. Bojangles with a few pieces of util towards Valley. Attila's going to come back up apps. They're going to finish B here. Foul's the only one on the site. He has a brilliant game so far. That clutch we just saw combined with Bojangles' triple kill with the dig. Does have support on cat with Bojangles. And here comes all the util, all the mollies anybody could ask for. Attila's going to come out first. Bojangles is going to fall. Foul finds one towards the empty pillar. And Flocko's going to trade him out. 2K in this round for him. Op is still in play. One player jumps out of the window. And that's Kaboom with the AK, gonna find a kill. He needs a second here, and he will get that. He knows a player there's towards bench, but he won't get that kill, and it's a 1-on-1 once again. Both players are 30 HP. Op has been retrieved. Misses the shot. Steel needs to hit this. He's gonna fake the plant. 10 seconds left. He needs to stick it. Goes for a shot. He needs to stick it now. There's no time. He fakes the plant, but Steel doesn't move. It's a second round for Asoka. And then he dies anyway!
Oh no. No.
Oh no.
No money at the end there. He had $550 at the end.
That is... Oh no.
No, I think that's where you're cooking a little too hard there. Like, I actually like the idea of, like, the fake plant and all that. Okay, fine. But, like, the second fake plant, when you have no time left, that's such a gamble. That's one of those, you have to have like just ice in your veins to be able to pull that off. But Steel is looking at it like, why would I push you? I've got an op. I'm just going to sit tight. I'll go for the 1v1 afterwards after you plant, but I'm not pushing any time before then.
Yeah, Steel played that perfectly. He was patient enough to just sit there and hold. And it won them the round. And now we're in another timeout for actually Asoka once again.
I mean, I can see why though. Like these are close rounds. It's. I could see them thinking like we got to be up on what we're doing. We got to actually think about what they're doing, where they're going, where their economy is, and I can see that. Like you don't want to just ruin everything that you're working for. You get 2 rounds in, and they're really close rounds. You really got to be careful about losing the next one. And you know, to that point, you're not even winning yet. You're not even tied. You're just trying to equalize here. So I think a timeout's well placed.
Yeah, and once again, these teams have locked horns. The first map, first 5 rounds, they were locked. One team would win, and the other team would win. It seems like the same here. Some instant util going toward middle. Top mid in a window smoke, but it seems like they're going to focus toward A here. And Kaboom's going to push up mid with his team. There's a lot of teammates in mid, but Flocko is cleaning house. Somehow he's still alive. There's so much action going on. Fao's going to finally finish him off, and that gamble push did not work out at all. F5 have taken advantage. They have the site. Colin has the AWP. Let's see what they can do here. 2 players towards CT playing Crossfire, and 1 player towards Default, and I think it's just going to be a save. Not a bad call. As the time ticks down, they have an AWP retrieved as well from Colin. Oh, Attila could probably spoil this. He doesn't want to push up too far, though.
Now, Asoka's in that awkward position where you've got 2 rifles saved, but you don't really have enough money to have a proper full buy. So you have to decide, what do you do with these 2 rifles? Do you just run them with an eco, or what at this point?
And we'll see. They have a scout in play as well. AK's still on Kaboom. Bojangles with a 5-7 and a flash, and Steel with a deagle. Deuce is in ladder. He has a really good vantage point here if he wants to peek Valley. He does spot the player's head, but he doesn't connect the shot. There's a jungle smoke, and Attila's going to find a really good timing on Kaboom. That's one of the rifles out of the round, and it's an AK too. Bojangles going to find the kill through the smoke, though. Colin's going to trade back. That's another rifle down. And it just doesn't seem likely that this is a round win for Asoka. Ooh, almost connecting. Deagle 5-7 and a scout for this retake. I think they're just going to play exits here. Steel creeping up towards Michael. It does get spotted with the AWP. And he's dead. Waka gets one as well. And that's Michael the second. F5. 3 rounds apart.
I think F5's got to be pretty pleased with themselves. I mean, okay, so you lost the 2 rounds, doesn't matter. You're back in business.
Definitely. They have a full buy here, full util. For those wondering in the chat why it says F5 moved on the bracket, it's because we had to redo this match due to a sub coming in because of Zags not being able to play. Flocka's going to take some early contact towards Apps. He knows there's at least 2 players toward B now. And it's actually really smart from Asoka, because now they're going to rotate 1 player back towards A. So they think there's 3 B. But in reality, there's still 2. And I think they're falling for the bait here. They're rotating off Apps, and they're going to go toward A through connector. Zeus jumps into the ladder. Oh, they're gonna boost in the window. What a timing. He was literally just in the window. Yeah, and they've gamble stacked this A site. They're gonna walk right into a trap here. They just need to connect their pistol shots. Bojangles gets taken down. He was the B player. And they've probably realized this. Like, what is going on? They've stacked this. They've read it perfectly, but they're not winning any duels. Steel finds one with the AK, but it's not enough. It's just kaboom. And even with the right read, it doesn't work out.
No, even though they stacked the site, it seemed like they had no idea that F5 was coming through mid and going right into connector. It just, they didn't have the intel that they needed to know what was going on. F5 just capitalizing on just coming through the back end here and just destroying the defense.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see. They had the right read. They had everything going well for them. They just didn't expect them to actually commit A. But now it's a new round, 6-2, round number 9. What? How did he? Okay. Well, Colin's out of the round. I don't know how that happened, but it's a nice shot nonetheless. And oh my god, the flashes! Attila's gonna jump out. Bojangles is in the smoke. He's gonna get caught out. There's one player towards bench, and he has no more. Zeus finds one back, but he gets traded instantly. Kaboom doesn't connect on the shots toward the back pillar. And there's the AWPer gonna get dinked. It's all up to Steel. Another player having a really good series so far, looking to prove himself. Finds the first kill, doesn't get the second. Attila shines.
Wow, 7-2 here. F5 is just having a great time here on T side. I think they got the sauce here, right? They got the secret formula. They know how to make their T side work on Mirage.
What momentum they have, and now they've called a timeout too.
That's always a bit of a curiosity right here. I wonder if they are losing track of Asoka's economy. Or maybe not. Maybe they actually have it on track, but they're just kind of making sure they don't run into anything, you know, one of those stupid stacks or something where you find yourself just running into a bomb site that has 5 people.
Does Colin have an SG?
You know what? He does.
Colin
with the scoped rifle there. It's, I wonder what he's planning on doing with it. Maybe he's planning on going to apps, trying to pick off a jump spotter, something like that.
I mean, we can see. Now we're in a tech pause. Let's see what's going on. 2-7, 5-round difference. F5 already lead 1-0 in the series. And Asoka looking to make a name for themselves in this scene. They're trying their best to fight this out. But we are in the middle of a tech pause, so...
I do think F5 does look way more in control here. They look very much coordinated, in my opinion. And
definitely.
I think they're playing with a lot of confidence. Like, I really think they're good, but they know they're good. And they're just taking the peaks, and they're doing it well. I'll tell you that B execute that we just saw before, where they were throwing, every flashbang known to mankind was coming out the B apps right there.
Yeah.
I mean, Bojangles didn't have much of a chance to do anything. He's behind the smoke, behind the pillar, and he's just kind of like waiting for his vision to come back or for support to show up or something, and he just gets rushed down by Attila, if I'm not mistaken. Like, that kind of push is just brutal.
And even a couple rounds before, they were stacking up on those B apps, and they threw every molly known to man. It's like, they know what they're doing, they've prepared for this game, and they're getting rewarded for it.
Yeah,
we are-
and we've only got 3 rounds left to go now.
Yeah, we are back in the game. Tech pause is over. I really want to know what Colin has planned here with this SG, the Krieg.
He's got to be going up here, right?
Yeah, he's the most experienced man on the roster. He knows what he's doing. He's not gonna look for any jump spotting though. Oh, okay, Steel. No, he's been on point with the scopes today. I really like that about Steel, and Colin's just gonna go underpass with this. He could catch the spawn player off guard. Nice shot from Bright to kill Kaboom. And Asoka's left wondering what they should do. They're gonna gamble stack toward this A site. But is it the right move? Deuce is gonna call that there's at least 1 or 2 mid. Smoke giving away some sort of plan. There's the Molly connector. I think they're gonna finish B here. F5 have been so brilliant today. And Attila. Gonna get spotted out by the window player. What a nice shot to convert the kill. And now it's gonna be Colin trying to entry with the Krieg. We haven't seen this gun since 2019. Where it was in its prime, and Attila's gonna find another. The scout is still in play. There's Deagle on Bojangles. We know what he can do with it. But I think this is a done round. F5 have just been brilliant. Michael's gonna pick up that kill. There's just Bojangles left with the Deagle and armor. I believe he's trying to go find that gun on Flacco.
Yeah, there's not much left to be done in this round. 8th round coming up for F5. Map number 2, first half.
Yeah, and Bojangles just needs to play for exits now. Save this armor. Here's player top mid. Oh.
So nothing too exciting with Colin's Krieg right there, the SG. Apparently, though, maybe he just likes it, you know? The big scope on the gun.
Oh, this would be perfect. This is the perfect spot for the Krieg. The A main peak. Oh, he's not even gonna go for the A main peak. And lucky him, there was an AWP watching that anyway. Fast mid aggression from Attila. But there's a player right behind the smoke. Can they pass each other? No way! What a timing! Kaboom doesn't know. This window player is going to be caught off guard. They're watching Palace. Free kill for Attila. And Kaboom's left wondering what happened. He'll straight back his teammate, but this A execute is already out. There's nothing left to be done. Call it with the Krieg. That's going to be Kaboom dead, I think. No, he's still alive for a little bit. Krieg through the smoke, gonna get the kill. 2 on 3. They need this round. They can't lose this. But it looks like they will. The Krieg doing damage, and Flacco gonna pick it up. 9-2.
This is a very dominant half by F5. You got to appreciate that. You know, you've really got to appreciate a team that's done their homework. They learned exactly what they want to do. They learned the strategies that they're going to run, and they pull it off with near perfection. 1 round left in the half. F5 looking to get their 10th round of the half here. 10-2 is going to be incredibly hard to come back.
Yeah, F5 have been playing a brilliant game. Kaboom wants to fight back, but it's not enough. Colin's SG rips through his head. It's a 4 on 4, and they're just gonna push out A main. They didn't clear Foul. Foul's gonna play trigger discipline. Oh, he's planning bomb open. Foul could deny the plan, and he does! Finds the kill! Michael misses the shot, and that's a double! 2 on 2 now. Steel has the AWP. Bojangles still in the round on Cat. Oh no, steals on Cat instead. Nice shot with the ult, and Bojangles is gonna fall. Now it's a one-on-one. Oh, missed shot. Attila gets a lot of damage in. 10 HP left. Bomb goes down. They know exactly where each other are at this point. Attila wants this kill. Wants to be unpredictable and picks, and that's the half. Beautiful half from F5, and that's 10-2 in the second map.
That last round could have gone either way. Asoka actually had the defense so well in Fow's attempt to hold that, but no, it did not happen. F5 managing to secure their 10th round. This is going to be an absolute mountain to climb back if you're Asoka and you want to continue living in this tournament. You have got to come back an insane amount of rounds here. You need at least 10 rounds here just to tie to get into overtime.
Yeah, it's looking really rough for Asoka. They had a really good first map against F5, but it wasn't enough, and they're down a map. They need this. They need this pistol. Because if they don't get it, they're 10 rounds down. Oh my gosh. 3-on-4 already. That bomb is not gonna go down anytime soon. There are 4 players in CT. And it tries to go down, but it's not enough. Steel's gonna pick up one trade, but he's on his own. That's it. He is stuck. Does find another tap. Oh, and next one. Now it's a one-on-one once again versus Attila. 3 kills in this round. The savior of Asoka right now tries to go for another one tap. But it's not enough. 11-2.
You're running out of rounds quickly here. There's not much left to do. And now the question comes in, like, how do you even manage your economy? So at this point, like, you don't really have the room to do much. So if you save and say, let's at least get 1 rifle on our T side, I mean, okay, that makes sense. But now you have to play a perfect game. And that's it. That's what Ahsoka's now aiming to do. They buy Deagles are trying to save here to some degree. And I don't blame them, but it's just that there's not enough room.
Yeah, if they lose this round, they have to force every single round. Nice shot from Dudes doing some chip damage there, but it's not enough. They've already lost 2. And Kaboom's on 34 HP. He's gonna get smoked off of the angle. He's gonna aggress Colin though. And they're just gonna push him. They want this kill, but they're not getting it!
How is he alive?
I don't know. It's just Bojangles though. We know what this man can do with the Deagle. If there were a time to show up, it would be now. Let's see. Misses the first initial shot. There's still a minute left on the clock. He has the bomb. He could rotate around, but he is getting flanked, so he has to make a decision relatively soon. He's gonna be double peeked, and it's not gonna matter. 10 rounds down. They need 10 rounds in a row to come back.
And without a bomb plant here, it's not looking good economically. You've got AKs coming out, but I mean, one of their players doesn't even have a helmet on T side. That does not bode well.
Yeah, at this point, you have to force every single round. There can't be a single mistake, because if they catch you lacking, the game is over. And they're gonna go down mid here, trying to find anything to get into this round. Flacco's stuck in a window. They know he's right side. He's gonna throw a really good flashbang. Bojangles finds a kill on Michael. And then it gets full whited. But Bright trades back in Con. And it's just absolute chaos here in middle. The game of trades. Bright finds his double, and he's now stuck in a 1v2 in Con. Both of his teammates are on Cat, though, so you're not going to get an easy trade. And that's going to be foul with the 1-on-2.
They live to fight another round. That's critical. I mean, you want to stay as long as possible. You want to have a shot at continuing on. And I don't know if they've got enough rounds here. I mean, obviously anything's possible. The math is there. You can win 9 rounds, get to overtime, and then just try to win it from there. But this is going to take an absolutely insane effort to climb out of this deficit.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to manage to muster up the courage to do this. It's gonna be a rough one for sure. Look at all that info. They've info on a lot of people, Cat. It's looking like it's going to be some sort of default here. No clear indication of where they want to go. Fao's going to trade out his teammate, but then get traded out by the second player, Cat. And now they have absolute mid control. And Bomb is stuck top mid. And then Bright's going to get that kill. Now it's a 2v4. These two players need to activate. The Sub and Bojangles. And Bojangles isn't going to get a single one. Deuce needs to activate here. He needs to show them why he got subbed in. He's filling big shoes in terms of Zags. And this is for game. If he loses this, they lose the game. Con player has his back turned. They're playing angles. They don't even think that he's going to be catwalk. Bright's going to let him pass. Could find a double right here in top mid.
Don't make noise.
They peek, finds the first, doesn't get the second. 13-3 and a 2-0 finish for F5. Absolute domination in the second map. What a game.
Oh, this was domination by F5. You can see why they picked this map. They absolutely know how to play Mirage here. They were very confident. They were playing together. They had everything they needed, all the ingredients just to make it work completely. I mean, and you know, it was easy for them, it looked like. Like, they weren't even breaking a sweat to get these 13 rounds.
Yeah, it was absolutely insane. And they move on to play House Platypus ESC, who are very good in their own right as well.
That ought to be an insane match.
Yeah, that's going to be a very fun match. And Onslaught just beat Gifted and Youthful as well, so they'll be in the semifinals against Notorious. So, we have some brilliant matches coming your way, and we will be heading into a break. So we will see you after the break.